Well, hello everybody. For the very last time, we're on our extra day, and we thought we'd do a little bit of a wind-up. I don't mean a wind-up in as much as we've been doing for the last 2 weeks, but more a wind-up of what we've been doing over those 2 weeks. We've been making regular videos, but we're just going to talk about our favourite bits, general impressions, that type of thing. Last night, we went out, had a great meal. A guy we met here called Dave, lovely guy, isn't he?
Nice fella, yeah.
And a bit older than us, invited us round to his house and cooked us a lovely meal. Then we went out and had a bit of an interesting evening, but we'll leave it at that. Now I'm going to have a word with Clive, but just be gentle with him because he is feeling a little bit gentle. Although all the cakes and the chocolate does seem to be intact, which I'm quite surprised at. Actually.
Do you know what? He counted the squares and put them in a book of the chocolate bar. Can you believe it? To see if I'd had any.
I tried to set up a little booby trap, but it didn't quite work. So anyway, we've been here 14 days now. This is our 15th, the extra day. So you've never been here before. What's been the favourite bits or your main sort of impressions?
Well, can I just say, I'm feeling a little fragile. 1:30 we left that bar yesterday.
Did,
you know
actually,
that. I just thought I'd share that with the viewers. No, it's been a great 2 weeks. I've actually liked it here in March because when I think of what the weather was like at home when I left, it's been like an English summer here with temperatures of 22, 23 centigrade pretty much most of the time.
And higher than that, actually.
Higher than that some days, 1 or 2 days a little bit lower. But no, I've loved it because you don't sort of burn up in the sun and you can literally swim every day. I've been swimming, I think, all but 1 or 2 days.
I think also, I've noticed, having been here in August before, and only in August, yes, it's lovely, it's really hot, but you can't sit out in it like you can at this time of year in these sort of conditions, and you probably come back more tanned if you're particularly bothered about that type of thing. So yeah, that's a good point.
It's a little bit chilly first thing in the morning. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly. But
understandable, I suppose.
But no, I mean the weather's been perfect. I say I've swum every day, but I think 1 or maybe 2 at the most of the 2 weeks. But my favourite moment, without a shadow of doubt, there's been lots of great moments, lots of really good moments, but without doubt the one thing that will stick in my mind, because I've never done anything like it before and maybe I'll never do anything like it again the rest of my life, was when we went up to those 3 mountain villages. And it was so amazing because it was a very, very foggy, misty day. You could see the clouds as you were climbing up, something like over 3,000 metres. My ears were popping like you would on an aeroplane. As an aeroplane takes off and ascends, my ears were actually popping because of the altitude that we were at. And then when we got out, it was actually so much colder up there, wasn't it, than down here.
Looking down on the clouds, but then looking up at the mountains behind.
And it was like being on an aircraft. You know, like when an aircraft looks through the clouds down below, at the scenery below. That is what it was like. So that's my favourite day. And also seeing the lifestyle the people up there in the mountains live, and going in and having loving a meal in this restaurant as well. So that's my highlight of the 2 weeks personally. Now you've been in many years, Andy, haven't you? You've been coming back.
I think.
Yeah, five times you've been coming back. So what's been your favourite moment of the fortnight?
Well, everything you've said. I mean, I've been to the hill villages before and seen them in sunlight as opposed to this time, and there's a great contrast, but a really good contrast. I think, you know, it's another different experience looking down on the clouds, exactly as Clive explained. A couple of things stick in my mind was the fiesta. We were lucky to be here, if we were ever here at this particular time, the run up to Easter, and we stumbled into the fiesta time, and those fireworks you may have seen in the video,
I'll never forget it.
Was absolutely unbelievable, and the procession and everything and all the ceremony that went on the Friday night, which I don't think we put any video out about, that was absolutely stunning. Something, a privilege to actually watch that. But also for me, going back to Granada, as I said before, I've been there a couple of times before. We didn't go to the Alhambra for many reasons, but just looking at the city and that backdrop of the Sierra Nevada mountains in the snow, and even right at the bus station, you're just looking down into the city, and you've got these mountains behind you, and it's a lovely city as well, and a place I'd certainly like to go back to and walkable. It's all walkable, and we went there on the bus, didn't we? I mean, it's just so easy to get to. Yeah. So, because we done other trips, any others that stick out for you?
Well, Montreal was right at the beginning. I think it was only about our second day here. That was right at the beginning of the trip, and that we had a whole day in Montreal with the owner, Ainsley, and that was a lovely day, wasn't it?
No, well, and they've got a beach there. We didn't actually get to the beach, but they have got a beach there, which we wanted to go to. But yes, it was. I'd never been there before. Seen it mentioned, obviously, on all the road signs. Never been there. Some lovely little bars, a lovely little place as well. Quite a nice little atmosphere, a bit like Granada and that as well, wasn't it? So, for me, another thing is being here at this time of year is the oranges and the lemons on the trees. And just walking around, picking them off. You know, in the morning, going and grabbing an orange from your tree and in the garden and peeling it and eating it. And I still sort of have to pinch myself when I walk down the road and see all these oranges on the trees.
And I like the fact that we've become, in a way, I know it's a strange thing to say, but in the 15 days we've been here, we've become part of the community. It's like we go shopping in the local supermarket, and the girl, the Spanish girl acknowledges us. We know her name. We say good morning to her with using.
Girl in the cafe the other day. We haven't even been in this cafe very often, have we? It's one that I've used a lot in the past. And the girl came out, and before we could even say anything, she said da, 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 and got our order spot on. Which, you know, there's little things. Maybe I know it's not so busy at this time of year. Obviously, it gets busier in the summer with more tourists. We've seen quite a few Spanish tourists, though.
One Spanish barmaid, I thought she was talking to me Spanish barmaid. She shouted out, "Hello, sexy. Hello, good looking." And I was going over to talk to her, and then I realised she was referring to the man sitting on the table behind me.
That was me, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was you.
So sum up, you know, it's been a good
Great
time.
2 weeks.
You know, anything else you want to add to that? I think, you know.
What has been interesting is all the people from all the different nationalities. Like we've said before, it's like the League of Nations. Lots of British here. We don't know how they make a living. I mean, we can only guess some of them. Some are retired, some are younger, some are our age. But it's been nice, I think, to meet all these sort of characters that tend to come out at night into the bars, isn't it? It's been really good.
From my point of view, having been here before and being with a family in August, that's one type of holiday. But coming here at this time of year and with Clive, I've had a different type of holiday. Both are equally as enjoyable as each other, but it just shows you can do different things at different times of year and experience the life in different ways. Just sort of scratch beneath the surface a little bit, and there's a lot more to it. Now we may well be, this will be the last of our sort of regular videos, if you want to put it that. This wasn't planned actually, it just happened. We got Clive on camera and we thought, well, let's do a video a day, and people seem to be enjoying it, so we may well do a couple of other videos and explain that. But we've had a good time here. Unfortunately, you know, they can't delay the strike for another day, so we're going to have to go home tomorrow, but we've had a good time, and we'll see you again sometime, I expect.
Yeah.
Adios.
Adios.